This is Shakil Ahmed. Welcome to the tutorial series in R. In today's lecture, I will try to explain how we can record a new variable, an existing variable into a new variable, or in the same variable using if-else command. And we will also see how we can summarize data using different individual summary statistics and summary command and table command. And we will also see how we can compute a cross table using table command and x table command for more than two attributes. So let's start with our data set. I want to import a data set called diastolic blood pressure. You can see, and I just want to show the structure of this data using str command, and we can see in the structure of different variables in this data frame, like subject is an integer and the treatment is a character and sex is also a character, and all the remaining variables which are diastolic blood pressure at different time points and the age are integers. So we should know about this structure of our variables while applying different statistical tools or summary statistic tools. For example, we can find mode for a qualitative variable and mean for a quantitative variable, and we can find a frequency table for a qualitative variable, or cross tabulation for two qualitative variables or more than two qualitative variables. So you must know the structure of your data set. So I will just start with recoding the age variable into a new variable called the age group. I would like to convert the age into different groups. So I will use the command if-else and give the variable data age. If this variable has a value less than 40, the new variable, which is age group, will possess a value 1, and if else again I will use a condition if this variable has a value greater than or equal to 40 and this variable has a value less than 50, I will give a value for the new variable 2 and otherwise 3. So we have a new variable with value 1 when the age is less than 40 and value 2 if the age is between 40 and 50, and a value 3 when the age is greater than 50. So I will just run this command. You will see a new variable which is added to your new variable data frame age as age groups. So here is our new variable, and we can find summary of the whole data set using summary command, which is the different summary statistics for each variable. For example, we can see this 5 number summary statistics for the DBP4 diastolic blood pressure at 4 months, which has the minimum value 102 and the maximum value 117, and the median dBp is 109, and the first and third quartiles are 106 and 113 respectively. Similarly, you can find individual summary statistics for one or more variable. For example, we can find variance of diastolic blood pressure dBp1 here 4.13, and if I want to find correlation matrix for more than two variables, for example, I want to make a correlation matrix for whole variables, so I need to exclude the variable with character or the qualitative variable from my data frame. So I will give a command of d the data frame, excluding the variables. For example, I have removing the variable subject and the variable treatment, which is at second number, and the variable sex, which is at ninth number, and the variable age group. These are all qualitative variables, so I am excluding these variables before finding the correlation matrix. So here we can see the correlation matrix between the 6 variables, the 5 dBps and the age. We can see a higher relationship between dBp at time 5 and the dBp at time 4, which is 0.83. So this is the correlation matrix, and you can find other summary statistics using different functions. For example, mean, median, mode, and standard deviation, and other built-in functions. So I don't want to go in detail about that. Now more specifically, we need to find frequency table for our qualitative variables. So I will give a command of table to find a frequency table for my variable treatment. You can see the number of patients allocated to treatment A and treatment B. Using this command, we have 20 patients allocated to treatment A and 20 patients allocated to treatment B, and you can name this table as T1, and now you can conduct a chi-square test for this table, and you can see the association between the two variables, which is insignificant, as the chi-square value is 0 and the degree of freedom is 1. Basically, chi-square test is applied just on the this variable. Basically, we are checking the frequencies, so there is no significant difference between the two frequencies, as there are 20, but we can find this for two variables. Basically, we need to find cross tabulation for two variables, data, and I would like to add the variable sex. So this is a two-way classification table or contingency table, where one variable is treatment and the other variable is sex, and we can check the association between the two attributes using chi-square test. So just run the table and then perform a chi-square test. Chi-square test for table 2 and just run. You will see the result of the Pearson chi-square test. with Yates continuity correction, and this also gives insignificant association between the two variables. And if I at the variable age group uh, instead of sex, then how we can find our result? Just perform chi-square again, and the chi-square approximation may be incorrect. It may be we have less than 5 frequencies in some cell. I think we can just see the table T2. Here we have 0 frequency in our first table, so the chi-square test cannot be run. Now we can perform a three-way classification table or three-way cross tabulation, and naming T3 we give X table command, X tabs command, here, and we have different variables like treatment, age group, and the third variable is I think D and sex. We have three qualitative variables here, so we can run this table. And you can see the result here. This is your new table, and you can find individual two classification table for two different groups of age, sex. We have different tables for male and females, so you can print this using a compact table command, F table and T3. So you can print the table into a compact form using F table command. You can just see we have a variable row wise and a variable column wise. Then within rows we have other variable age group. So this is basically the nested table or three-way classification table. We have three variables: age, age groups, and treatment, and then sex of the respondent. We can see the summary of this table. If I want to get summary, we have already given the name as T3, so just see the summary of the table, and you have already conducted a chi-square test for the association, and we have the chi-square value 6.68 and the degree of freedom is 7, and the p-value is 0.48, and the chi-square approximation may be incorrect as there are smaller frequencies in some cells. So this is how we can conduct a cross tabulation for three variables. So this is all about the summarizing data. If you have any question, then please let me know in comment section, and subscribe my channel for more detailed videos on learning basic or for data analysis.